Hi, I'm Brian Intagliato, Director of Customer Service here at Unico, and it is that time of year. Guys, we have a lot of new installations going on right now. Replacement systems getting swapped out. We have new installs out there. And one of the new features we have for this year is what we call the Wi-Fi board. Now, some of our Unico veterans may know about the EC Config program on our Green Series blowers. That is product that ends in nomenclature EC2. And what we were doing previously, you were able to hook into this unit via a laptop and a communication cable. And you can get in there to change the airflows, do a little troubleshooting, things like that. But it was a hardwire connection. And so in the heat of the summer, it was kind of cumbersome to get into an attic or a crawl space with a laptop and try and set airflows. So what we've done for this year is we have changed the communication board in here to what we call the Wi-Fi board. It does not require a hardwire connection. You simply use your smart device, your cell phone, tablet. You can still use a computer, a laptop if you need to, but it just uses a Wi-Fi connection. So you simply connect to the Wi-Fi and you're able to access that program so that you can change the airflows. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. So let's go ahead. So once you power the unit on, you're going to see an LED here on the Wi-Fi board itself. It's a little blue LED. That indicates that the board is broadcasting. So there's a couple of ways to connect. First of all, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little QR code right here. You can simply hook your camera up or turn your camera on, go to the QR code here, and then it'll ask for a password. The password is always going to be right there on the side of the unit. The password is specific to each unit, so there isn't any sort of shared passwords or anything. So you can use your camera to click that and access it, or you can simply go into your smart device here and find the appropriate Wi-Fi signal. So simply get into your Wi-Fi device here. And what I've done here, I'm already connected, but you'll see here we have all the different Wi-Fi networks. SCB is the one that it's going to say. The numbers after will probably be auto-generated, but it's always going to begin with SCB. Click that. You're going to connect. Simply enter the password. And then what you do, once it connects, you simply go to your browser, whether that's a Safari on an Apple and Google Chrome on an Android, whatever. And then in the web address, you simply type in 1.2.3.4 and click that. It'll wait for data, and then you're in. It's that easy to connect. It is a very straightforward process to get in there. Now, once you're in, there are numerous tabs on here that you can look at the unit with. So on the first screen here is called real time. And this is where you can see what the model is. You can see different specs about it. And you can also see what is connected and what your dip switches are set to, and if there's any errors going on with the unit. Like I said earlier, veterans of our product, they're going to know how to change the airflows in here. But what you can do is go to the set points tab. This is where you can enter different airflows. You simply click on an airflow setting. Let's say you want to change your W1 airflow. You can do it right there. You just click backwards, change it to whatever you want, click OK. And then if you want to test that, you can just click the little checkbox and it'll turn the air handler on. And I just heard it click to come on. So we'll turn that off. The air cycle, you can also change the ASHRAE 62.2 functionality right here as well. EC motor, we have different parameters of the motor, and if there's any error codes, if it's on, if there's any voltage issues, things like that. You can also run a log file on here. Maybe there's an issue that you're running into with the fan or something. You can download log files from the unit in order to kind of see maybe what was happening prior to the issue occurring. So those are easily downloadable right here. system. You can also enter the system details like the exact model and serial number of the job. So if you come in and log into the system later, or another technician does, they can bring this information up if they needed to get that for some reason. And then advanced is you can change it to metric. We can also rename the network and also change the password if need be. And then in the future, if we have any updates for Wi-Fi, you can upload it right here. So it's a very easy to use program. It certainly makes it easier for the installers to get in there and change those airflows if they need to. So we have had some guys who have used it already. They seem to love it. And so it's much easier for them. And so it's just another product improvement that we're always continuously working on to try and make the Unico as good of a product as possible. So if you have any questions about this, feel free to give us a call, 800-527-0896, or online at unicosystem.com.